Edge of the saving point to the edge of the road isn't even safe. One little mistake and a car could fall into the ravine. Tap water. Elian is surprised to know that the vampire was hidden a few meters below the tap water. But on second thoughts, this was simply the perfect hunting ground. People come here alone, and not frequently. Besides, incidents can be connected to the edge of the road. Bodies disappear without leaving any trace. Edge of saving point. You saved the gate to the villagers' houses. You have reached Harbour Village, villagers' houses, to the wharf. Elian arrives, but one boat has already sailed. He bets that the guy he was chasing is inside it. There's another problem. There's just one last boat, and apparently its crew might decide to sail sooner rather than later. You have reached Harbour Village, wharf. Nets, doctor, speedboat owner, wharf. To the villagers' house, wharf. To the nets, doctor. The doctor is desperate. If things deteriorate further, he won't be able to cure everyone. Speedboat owner. Elian stops the woman and asks if some guy arrived suddenly and sailed with a boat. She thinks Elian is talking about that handsome man and affirms he was directed to a particular city. Elian now has a destination. He also asks for passage. She will accept on just one condition. Apparently a crowd of people gathered in the square, and she doesn't want someone to get injured or worse. She figured that Elian is not an ordinary traveler, so she wants him to stop the crowd. Elian is forced to accept. Wharf. To the villagers' houses, wharf. Just the speedboat is left, for now. To the villagers' houses, nets, doctor, speed, wharf. To the speed. The crowd is in the square. Elian prepares to deal with it. Words will probably not be enough. Wharf. To the villagers. You have reached to the harbour, to the main road, to the wharf, to the underground, to the main road. You have reached to the square. Things have definitely gotten out of hand. A lot of people are gathered here, armed with pitchforks, and scream out loud to hunt any potential culprit of the plague. Even people who have nothing to do start to get hurt for no reason. It's time to stop this nonsense. You have reached Harbour Village. Vigilante. The battle begins. The battle ends. Elian gains 50 experience points. Double tap. To the main road. To market. Meta guy. Pitchforks armed crowd. Elian marches towards the crowd and says to stop this nonsense. But they won't listen to him. They just get even more angry. They surround him and insinuate that he has something to do with the plague. The battle begins. He has no more blood vials. The battle ends. Elian gains 400 experience points. Double tap to Elian defeats the one who looks like the leader of the crowd, and they start to calm down. Just at that moment behind the crowd, through the market area, a vehicle passes and goes toward the entrance of the village. It's the off-road vehicle of the tourists. Elian notices the green smoke trail coming from the tourist who was sick. He didn't notice that before, but it seems like he was the real cause. And now that they've left this place, the plague will probably be spread without any control. Elian tells them that one of the tourists was the cause because... Actually, Elian can't tell them the reason. His power can't be explained to people. He's trying to find a good explanation instead of this, but it's not necessary. The crowd already believes him and swear angrily at the tourists. Elian is frustrated at the reaction, but he knows how it works. People love easy scapegoats, especially when they are not in a position to defend themselves. But the violence has stopped, and that's what counts at the moment. So Elian can return to the wharf. Lamppost to the main road. To market to the main... You have reached Harb to the villagers' houses, to the square, to the villagers... You have reached to the harbour. You have reached Doctor. Speedboat. Elian returns and tells the woman the good news. She's surprised and thanks him. Introductions can wait, so they both sail on the speedboat. To the speedboat. Speedboat. To the... Despite the nature of the village, there is a speedboat. Technology's spread really is something. The crew aboard is composed of 5 members. 2 of them are on the outside, the other 3 are inside with Elian, and their leader apparently is among them. You have reached safe speed. You saved the game. Crew member 1. She introduces herself to Elian. She's Amelia and is the leader of the crew of the speedboat. He does the same. Coincidentally, their destination is located near to Elian's, so he won't have to worry about that. Tools. There are many tools used for navigation, but even more for fishing. Crew member 2. This robust man takes care of transport, stocking in the inventory of goods, weapons as well. Crew member 3. This young man doesn't look very strong. In fact, he takes care of communication and technology. He's even able to repair the engine of the speedboat in the case of an emergency. Medical kit. Bed. Medical. Elian finds many transfusion bags inside the medical kit, but he knows that the crew needs them much more than him. So he just picks 2 of them, and so obtains 2 blood vials. The rest is for the crew. The rest is for the crew. Bed. There's a single bed. Elian wonders what they have to do when they have to sleep, and they're in the middle of the sea. Weapons. There's some weapon for large fishes and even guns. There aren't many cases of attacks from monsters, but probably they are the exception. To the outside. Saving point. To the outside. Amelia. Tool. Amelia has a harsh and charismatic look when she's among the crew. Probably some of the most suitable qualities for a leader. Amelia has a harsh and tool. Crew. He doesn't chat a lot. He doesn't chat a lot. He's quiet and calm. Crew member 3. He's talkative and open, as expected from the role he has. He's talkative. Medical kit. Bed. Weapon to the outside. Elian finishes his address when suddenly the boat is shaking. Elian now must go outside and check what's happening. Saving point. To the outside. You saved the game. To the outside. Weapons. There's some to set up. Tools. Amelia has a harsh to crew. He doesn't chat a lot. To save to the outside. Elian exits the cabin and can't believe his eyes. That creature is clinging to the side of the speedboat. Just how persistent is he? Elian must act now. If he manages to hop aboard, it won't be possible to make him fall into the sea. You have reached speedboat. Outside. Lifeboat. There's a lifeboat in case of an emergency. Crew member 4. He's the fisherman of the crew. He's tanned. Crew member 5. He's an expert in weather. He sometimes rides the speedboat, or else he helps the fishermen. Edge of the boat. When Elian gets close, the creature says his usual phrase. This time, he won't hesitate. If it's a matter of making him lose his grip on the boat, then it's an achievable task. The battle begins. Alien is defeated. Seems like this is the end. Swipe left to load. You have reached to the speedboat. Where to the Alien exits the cabin and can't believe his eyes. That you have reached to in speed. You have reached speed to the outside. You have reached to an edge of the when Alien. The battle begins.